Well, I need to welcome you back, and we're still with the big one for today. We're talking about the controversy that is there because of the planned relocation of some federal agencies and companies from Abuja to Lagos. And the controversy seems to be even strongest, especially looking at what played out on Monday, especially from northern senators insisting that they feel is a major way to shortchange the North. And also taking the belief also from Arewa Consultative Forum, the elders there saying that they feel, why is the plan coming up now, especially under this administration? And they feel already shortchanged, not just only because of that, but also the budget 2024, which they feel the North got a little than normal or normally it should be. Well, anyway, normal gist we're talking about and a reason for us to look at it. But as much as we're looking at it, still remember we have no other person but our very guest. We're talking about no other person but a social critic and also a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party. And we're talking about Chief Sonny Onosoke. But what we'll do now is go on a break, get a message from our sponsors, Benetta Gas, located right here in Ughelli, Warri and environs. And when we come back, well, more matters to talk about, especially as it concerns that controversy. Let's go on a break.
Follow the road, auto better quality. If you dey talk gas matter, oh yeah, follow Benetta. Gas with the better quality. Benetta gas where they full rich man to Benetta gas. Delivery brother na sharp quality. Benetta gas no mango. Benetta gas different type of gas cylinder. I feel like that gas we go last you well out. Benetta Benetta now do Benetta gas service in a them they run Benetta make you carry go
for gas matter and home delivery. Make a wire Benetta gas plant for 080-6745-7890 and 080-5904-7722. Benetta gas plant, the tequile of gas matters.
Well, seems to be the order of the day, and what seems to be the major talk as it concerns federal agencies and also companies. And we're talking about the relocation from Abuja to Lagos. Why now? Why sudden change? All of that is what we're still looking at. But anyway, in case you joined us just now, you've missed a great deal because the initial half of our discourse, we talked greatly about why the North feel shortchanged about that very decision coming from the central bank, some major department of it moving, and that of the Federal Aviation Agency also moving to Lagos. As much as we're also getting the report that maybe NMPCL and others will also take a relocation. Well, anyways, that's what we had in the first half of the discourse, but it's only right to continue also on that note. Well, let's look at the note, or really look at the reasons for such planned relocation.
Can I give the note a shortcut? If we don't realize where we're coming from in this country, I told you before we started the program, if we don't realize where we're coming from in this country, our integration is going to turn to disintegration. It's going to be our integration is going to be repulsive, retrogressive, going back and going back. It seems this country is just pairing within one cycle with a retrogressive step.
Okay.
But Abuja belongs to the Northerners.
Funny enough, is at the middle. It's at the middle of the country, yes. And it's for everyone.
When it was in Lagos, you had the northern head of states and leaders and ministers and every other thing.
Okay.
I'm coming, please. I'm coming.
Yeah.
So the question is that Abuja belongs to Nigerians.
And it's for Nigerians.
And it's for Nigeria. After Abuja, because of the economic vitality of Lagos State,
Lagos seems to be taking the second lead.
To the national growth of this country. Please, you can't let point of correction apology. You don't underrate Lagos State. Because that was the former federal presence.
Yeah. And
the structures were there. And another thing I want to talk to my brothers in the North, because I have some of my largest colleagues are in the North politically. So what I'm trying to say here is that they should understand that FAN is just a parastatal under the Federal Ministry of Aviation. Correct or wrong?
Yeah.
I think I'm correct.
Yeah.
So the question is very simple to say something like this. If we want this country to grow further, we must disabuse ourselves of religiosity. Because the bane I see in this country is religion, tribalism, ethnicity, political patronage. Is going to bring down this country.
Okay, anyway, let's leave the regional approach to this and let's leave that. You've just stated that. Now let's leave that regional approach to this discourse, but look at the more practical approach.
Constitutional Abuja belongs to Nigeria.
Now let's look at more of the real approach to it, and we're talking about the fundamentals, and the fundamentals still remains business.
Absolutely.
So let's stick with that now.
Yeah,
that's why I had us to talk about that and put it aside. But let's look at the basics now.
Yeah.
Now, some of the reasons being given for such relocation is simple business.
Purely business, no sentiment attached.
Simple business. But my next question, if the CBN field is just for business purpose, administrative business purpose, just like also FAN is saying, the huge traffic, everybody knows it comes from Muritala Mohammed Airport in Lagos. That's where we have the largest chunk of air traffic in West Africa, and one of the largest in Africa.
The largest in Africa, not in West Africa.
So we do believe that. But my question is, the CBN have never talked about any lost in fortunes when they were in Abuja. Neither did FAN talk about any lost in fortunes. So my next question now is, why the change of heart now? That's number one. When it comes to money is being gained and lost, that's number one. And number two, if we have these major agencies relocating to Lagos, they'll be paying most of their taxes to the state government.
That's not correct.
Let me understand it, except I
that's
really
not correct. CBN's treasurer don't tax or any
then
state
what of
government.
that of FAN?
They don't do that too.
So monies will not be coming to Lagos.
The kind of tax you're going to tell them, maybe this parking lot tax, and those are very inconsequential. We're talking about development of this country. Let's pull off from tribalism. I want to tell you something. I just want to clear your mind. Very broad way of looking at my mind. Just like my state government, if they decided to appoint, for convenience reason, a northerner who is good in cyber security, computer operations, to handle the Delta State cyber security state. If anybody stands from here, this Delta State, and say no, it must be local content, I'll fight against it.
Now, Chief Onosuke, like I mean,
what is wrong?
Like I made mention, I want us to leave the ethnicity in this. But
that is the problem.
Look at the business
listen,
part.
the business part of it. We came into
this. They were not placing any lost then.
What
has now changed that they now feel they now having lost and now needs to go to Lagos.
Somebody needs to tell the otherwise that Abuja belongs to Nigeria.
No, Chief Sonny, let's leave that.
Because Lagos does not belong to the universe.
I told you I want us to leave the ethnic side of this discourse.
So where are you going?
I'm talking about the money part. I'm talking about the gains of relocation, because that's the reason they said they had issues of traffic. Now let's look at it. Are you saying that the Federal Aviation Authority of Nigeria were making losses while that department was in Abuja? Hence they are now moving to Lagos.
You don't ask are in government. There's some of issues they call it classified information. Listen, let me tell you one thing. You don't just describe. They will find those company in the public. People work there, they have interest to protect. When Kayamo came back to take from what's the name of the other one and didn't kill one?
Yes,
the other guy. Sirika, thank you very much. And when Festus came and told you how a plane was painted in Lokoja and then fly to Ethiopia, and he brought me back to Lagos to showcase Nigeria air. Those are corruptions. And when the civil servant that are in that department that the presidency wants to move, let's get something very clear here. The federal ministry of finance are involved in this decision.
That we know.
Hey, listen, most Nigerian staff would prefer coming to do a job in Lagos. The staff's in senior, and they're going to take return ticket from Abuja. They do that. And then when they're doing that, they stay in exclusive hotels in Lagos. Because they wanted to endorse a document in CBN that relate to CBN, that division, they want to move to Lagos. And that in 98% of the activities of that department is always in Lagos. You think the staff of the FAN will the staff of CBN, they will not complain that we are losing out loss. No, they prefer because they're making money. But the federal government, the money we use on logistics and on the administrative convenience of the staffs there. The federal government, yes, it's on the high side. The federal government will gain more. We discuss it. We have what they call Wall Street in New York City. The headquarters of United States is in Washington, D.C. And the life activities of America happens in New York.
Yeah.
They should go and ask New York whether there's a branch of this Federal Reserve Bank in New York. It's there. We should stop tribalizing things.
Okay, now,
I'm coming again.
Go ahead.
The Federal Aviation Authority of the United States, let them go and feed their president in JF Kennedy's airport in New York. We don't sit here in Nigeria and talk. That's why we're moving no further. They should ask them like a set of fun, whether it's in Washington, D.C. We go there for our visa renewals. They should ask. Why tribalizing everything? But one singular point I want to tell you, please, let's get this down. Abuja is not for anyone. It's a national monument.
Well, anyway, let's still remain with the issue of gains, because the reason we're having these is, like you said, they're trying to see how they can cut cost.
That's what they do.
Reasonable cost.
Reasonably, yes.
But the question is, were these not in the knowledge of them before now, that these costs were high? We're talking about that of the CBN.
That is the ability of Tinubu, the political will and decision to embark on such journey. And that's what he did. And that's what he did according to the removal of the subsidy. Is there anything wrong if a president or a governor has the political will to take a very strong decision that is going to be beneficial to the country in the future because of some few elements he wouldn't take that? Yeah, Tinubu saw it and his government saw it. He might have called the meeting of the Federal Minister of Finance and the Federal Minister of Aviation and calls of top management staff and various boards and parastatals of those two ministries. And then he called them together. Are we going to do this? It was a collective decision. I don't think there's ethnicity attached to relocate a division of CBN to that place.
Now,
who works in the CBN?
Okay, now
who works in the CBN?
Let's leave that.
CBN is the man that works there.
Now let's leave that and come to that interview I made mention of earlier.
Thank you.
That you had with the Vanguard and Daily Independent.
A lot of publications.
Yeah, and I was opportune to read it, and I took some basics from them. And some of the basics I took is, when you push for the NNPC, and some of the oil magnates, multinational companies, that they should relocate to the Niger Delta.
Immediately.
Well, it was quite an interesting read. But I would really want to ask one major question. Now, most of these multinational companies that have relocated to Lagos, they've been here before.
But have they been here before?
Yes, they have.
We're
talking about...
Who drove them?
Yeah, no. Wait. You allow me, Lam. Okay. Please, Chief Onosuke, let me ask the question. It's my job to do so. Now, these multinationals were here before. The reasons they left is everybody's knowledge. So my next question is, the issues that made them leave, have they been resolved?
Which
so
issue?
Taking them back. We saw many multinationals in the Niger Delta before now.
Who was there before? Who was there?
Shell, Chevron, and Port Harcourt and the rest.
Anyway, Shell is still Port Harcourt.
Yes.
We are talking about the headquarters. The operation, the administrative headquarters.
Sir.
Yes, go on.
The issue of
the
issues that were there before, have they been dealt with? We are now having them to relocate back to the Niger.
Can I give you one good example?
Yes, go ahead.
When Abuja was in the state of fire caching in 2040 to 2015 Jonathan era, when there was massive bomb blast and all things.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you asked to remove FAN and CBN to Lagos?
Not at all.
Good. The economy is growing. Let me tell you, bro. Do you know what is in? Do you know what they call Dangote refinery? No, do you know the bundle? The bundle of activities
and is in
continentally in Dangote refinery. Have you seen the new Eco Atlantic? Have you seen the growth of Lagos State of recent?
Yeah.
My brother, every collective Nigeria, including the big boys in the north, they have interest in Lagos, commercial interest in Lagos.
So why would you now advocate for multinationals to leave Lagos and come to the Niger Delta?
I'm coming there now.
Okay,
let's go. We are talking about cost of operation. Do you know Chevron staffs leaves Lagos and come to job in Escravas with flights? Do you know this? Is that not cost? Is that not logistic implication against us? I'm not saying that you come back here. I'm saying that you come back to reduce cost of operation. Maybe that is going to contribute to the fuel price reduction. Those are the things I mean. They should come. Why and say we are only meeting some of the meetings, some of these the community even own with these oil companies, they go to Lagos. Why did you do that? You come because the policy, the first international policy of industrialization, you get your industry located at the first source of raw material, and then two, market exposure. So what we are telling Chevron is, but leave this play when they take the come work for Escrav or Sue. Leave on this play, they come or Sue anymore, they carry your crew, we know, not because we know they talk. Men I leave all this thing first now. But men I come or recall but I could carry a quiet bomb. Men I bring those stories next year, men I come here, you know, they call you here. Who should have gone to Lagos? They concern Lagos the next year now. Bring that come here. One make complain, not going to go complain for Nafayonda. Then I will use helicopter, they increase the cost of operation after they said to drill 1 barrel for Nigeria. It costs you this. After you don't factor in your private jet, when the MD, when the management started, they come quality, or they come money, they come back. No, they should come back for economic reasons, logistics and administrative convenience to the people of this country, not Nigeria Deltas. That's that. That's what we say. And then to don't get a fact like this. These are prospective manufacturing production companies, all like Fund and CBN. We sustain them. These people sustain them. We need more reduced cost of operating of drilling and oil. Come back, the headquarters should be close to us. They should be in the area of operation. So that maybe, I don't know, as a layman, maybe the price of the oil is going to be a little bit come down. That's why I said so.
Chief, that's okay. I wish wishes were anyway, just keep your wish to yourself.
Just tell me to myself. I tell me to myself.
Okay. but on a more serious note, well, on a more serious note, the fears have always been there. Let's come to the basics. Are we not going to have restiveness on account of them relocating?
No, I don't think. I still guarantee. You see, my governor, Sheriff, he recently said, no matter the number of foreign establishments coming to Delta, we are secured now in Delta State. We have an open door. Even the government of the current government, I speak of my state, we will accommodate. The government has made it known to the world, we are going to provide space of peace, security, support, even be a participant in such ventures.
Would the youth allow, you know?
Let me give you a promise.
Let's just be
yes, let me give you a promise. I know of the others. My former governor did, he tried. But I want to tell you in terms of the government of Sheriff, when it comes to youth restiveness, mark it somewhere, take it as a trademark. You are one of the most peaceful administration in this troubled state. It is going to be youth restive now because that guy is a supernatural. Listen, you know what I'm telling you.
The question still remains.
Well, I'm saying, I don't know. Listen, bro.
They're not going to see these companies coming here and restart all these unnecessary.
There is no place in this country without youth restiveness. We manage it. And we've got a street credibility, a governor with a street credibility with an experience in youth issues. You don't go beyond that. He knows everything about it. So what we are saying, we're standing to guarantee to you that the current government of Delta State, I don't speak for that state. If they relocate to Delta State, they are 100% guaranteed and secured by the policies of the current government of Delta State. Yeah, we'll secure them. We should be held responsible if there's anything they relocate to Nigeria. We know what we are talking about. This is going to not create a job issue. It's going to reduce cost. We are looking at a lot of things that will reduce the cost of this oil production. How will somebody just come out and start telling me, sorry, we use $200 to produce a barrel of oil? And they want to ask, why like that? It's going to tell you the engineer comes from Lagos, the shuttle flight daily, or Arik. You know, it's going to tell you, it stays in the hotel in Warrior or Port, and they fly helicopter with the... Tell me, we don't do that. We're increasing the cost of producing the barrel of oil. It's not done like that. If I give you an analogy, there's no time. If I give you an analogy of how oils are produced in America, you wake. Farmers have oil wells in the place with a little local pumps and goes like this. Pay your percentage. They drill to maybe instead of a Kasansara, they drill to a central pool. Farmers who are millet farmers, who are wheat farmers. If he's discovering your place, that's how they do it. Cheap operation of doing things. You don't sit in Lagos. You don't just sit in the Badagry. You don't sit in VI there and say, I'm Nestor here, I'm Chell, I'm Moby, Azon, I'm this, and then you take flights to where you are drilling stuff. There's a lot of input into the cost of oil production in this country. That's why we said it should come. So if Tinubu finds itself very well convenient for logistics and administrative convenience, same do to Chevron
and to the oil company.
To the oil companies, 100%. I'm not saying it's going to increase the economic distance here. No, it's going to cut down cost of operating of the oil, production of the oil and exploration of the oil. It's going to cut down.
It will also factor in for job creation and all of that. And
some of the people coming from there to this area, they come with them. You understand? There's a catchment policy in every organization in Nigeria. Of course, so that should be agreed upon. The catchment to favor the local content. They can tell us that some of the investment in the north, even if they require some special experts, most of the investment there, like another refinery, that is not even working, and with almost 6,000 staff, don't they have catchment area? Don't they have a catchment area? It's same like that everywhere. It's same like,
so
please, Chevron should come back.
It will be gains for Nigeria.
Chevron to come back, especially to worry.
Okay. Now, anyway, I'll plead with you to hold on. We need to go on another break now. And when we come back, we'll make it even far more interactive when we open up the lines and get your reactions to it. It's the planned relocation of some federal agencies and also companies leaving Abuja and going to Lagos, and also the proposed plan. If that can be possible, why can't multinational oil companies also have a rethink and relocate from Lagos down to the area of operation? Well, all of that is still the discourse, and indeed will make it more interesting and interactive when we come from the break.